Welcome, everybody. We're so glad that you're here for this amazing 3-day journey with Corinne. Go ahead and get cozy. Make sure that you've got something to drink. Make sure that you're in a comfortable, quiet spot. A journal if you'd like to take some notes. And Corinne will be here in just a moment. Welcome, everybody, to Fueled by the Angels, Transforming Pain into Power and Purpose with Corinne Grillo. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Make sure you've got a drink of candy, you're in a quiet spot, and go ahead and let us know in the chat where you're from. Corinne will be on in just a few.
Hi guys, can you hear me? Hi, oh my gosh, it's so good to see so many of you here. Oh, hi Lynn, good to see you, Glenn. So good to hear where you're from. We got southern Indiana, Colorado. Nice. Ooh, I like the name Wicked Winglings. Very nice. Crow Booty, very nice. Love you. Oh, back in Vancouver. Hi. Oh my gosh, Amber Mayer. Hi, you guys. So you guys can hear me okay? Amber, you're in the back. I can't really just tell me, give me a yes. I think there's a little delay. Hi from Jersey. Nick, oh, you can. Okay, good. Oh my gosh, my loves. How are you doing? Need I ask? Hopefully a little better than a week ago. Yes. So today we have, or this next 3 days, it's a really cool cool adventure, I'd say. Actually, a lot of surprising content, surprising wisdom coming in from spirit. Um, and so the reason for us gathering was really based on, a lot of people's reaction to our recent election. And also there's a lot of sensitive people that in general just kind of feel feel the low end when there's a lot of low ends going on, and there's a kind of a collective, I would say, a shit burst, a shit storm in the ether. So a lot of us were impacted, not just with our own emotions, but also feeling the collective. How many of you guys are empaths and are already super sensitive to energy? And so you may have noticed some pretty deep and powerful feelings. I know a lot of you guys are going through, and I've talked to a lot of you just going through a lot of inner conflict. And so today was really just kind of a love offering, or this 3 days is a love offering for our community. I know there's a lot of you feeling targeted, even more so by some of the recent developments. And spirit really essentially encouraged me, mostly also for my own for my own health, um, for my own mental health. I'm so grateful to have people like yourselves to talk to help me dig deeper into my heart and to find my own balance of what's meaningful to me and what matters when we receive so much from a lot of our perspectives, pretty horrific news, right? And this is not a conversation meant to be divisive on any level, but it's also, I can only speak from my perspective, right? And I'm not going to pretend like that some of that decision making, yeah, made me concerned, right? So I had to dig deep also, as I usually do. And it's really, my support system is also, nice, good people in my life where we can just kind of commiserate and go like, what the fuck together, the collective, what the fuck that happens. But also uh, to help me go deeper into, and to help us all really go deeper into making meaning, from a lot of this. And for those of you who feel less safe in the United States because of that decision, I just want you to know that you're not alone, and that um, any of you who are listening who are not in one of those specific groups, to just really reach out to folks that are maybe in the LGBTQ community. And also there's a lot of uh, women who feel specifically harmed by really anybody who voted against their own freedoms of their body. And so let's just all, like, already, I know we already are, but just commit to taking better care of each other, and to not assume that because people are quiet, it doesn't mean that they're not struggling. And a lot of people, I don't know if you're one of those people, but sometimes when I'm struggling the most, I isolate myself. I don't reach out often when I need it most. So if you're one of those people, uh, then you know what I'm talking about. So what if there's other people in your life that really need this kind of support, but we would never know it if we don't take the time to reach out. And the thing about reaching out is that it does help us all, especially if you're here, to bring more light and hope into the world. And how many of you know that that's part of your work here, is bringing some kind of support, love, hope. A lot of us have been doing this our whole lives, to accidentally, and wondering why we're people are coming to us, because like, look, like, dude, as if I have my shit together. But you might be one of those people who people just like automatically assume you have your shit together for no reason. That was definitely me growing up. I didn't get it. But how can we really reach out to those people, to really all of us who feel in one way less safe, or less heard, or those kinds of things. So we're here for you guys, and really for all of us on the heart's path, because the heart's path is not love and light, um, uh, just to say out loud, it's not all love and light. And for any of you who've gotten the impression that the heart's path is about love and light, you got it all wrong, right? It's not about love and light. It's about fucking honesty. It's about truth. It's about showing up, not just when things are easy, but showing up all the way, both butt cheeks, even when things appear to suck. So I'm going to talk a little bit more and speak a little bit more hopefully in a little bit when we get into the angels' messages. But how nice is it to know that we're not alone, right? To know that there's other people who kind of at least see it from our perspective, right? And that are here to support us. I think we need more support now more than ever. Just, I just know, like, for me, just me being a public figure, the trolls have come out even harder right now. They're just coming out. So we definitely have to like be a voice for each other and support each other in that way. It's not been easy, has it? Yes, I'm hearing you, Angela. It's not been easy, especially for those of us who are sensitive. And this is where really spirit has come in for me, like I said. So hopefully this is a call for all of us to deepen our practice into the heart and to remember what matters to us most. So over the next 3 days, spirit has really some extraordinary wisdom, I think, for the times and for what's happening right now, and is going to offer you some beautiful ways to help you, to help us all not just survive, but to really elevate the work and turn this pain into really a power, and how that power can inform us as to our deeper purpose. And I know a lot of us over the last couple of years have been called deeper into our purpose, right? Like what was tolerable before, like we just want more meaning in our life. We don't just want to clock in and clock out of a job, and then like we want there's a lot of us called to deeper work and deeper purpose. And this is a real opportunity for all of us to not pretend that everything's going to be okay. We have to make it okay. And what spirit is really showing me is that spirit can't do its work without you. Like they can't share what they need to share and bring comfort the way that they want to without your words and without your gritty little mitts getting into things in beautiful ways. And so there's a lot of folks sitting still on the edges of life, sitting on the sidelines, like just wishing things are better. And they have this magical idea on how they can make things better or how you can serve, but they're still kind of hanging out in the sidelines a little bit. And if you're one of those people who are right on the edge, kind of dancing around, stepping more into your wisdom, into your power, deepening your relationship with spirit and being truly informed by this presence that lives inside of us. If you're hesitant still, I just say don't. We don't have time for hesitation, okay? Spirit really is calling folks to the front lines. They have been for a while, but my sense is there's a new wave of coming, and people who have been in service for a while are asking, they're being asked to go deeper with it, maybe to change it a little bit or to add a new texture to your work, whatever that is. So please take these inspirations seriously, because those are going to be the guiding posts, almost like they're showing me like the life rafts that keep you afloat, that keep your heart engaged and busy, while we kind of enter the mystery, and life is always a mystery. Tomorrow is always a mystery. But how do we stay sane if you're a heart-centered person who knows that they're here for something bigger and deeper? It's really about engaging that and again, staying in the meaning of what matters. And yes, we're going to fall into tantrums, and we're going to go down butthurt alley, take a long stroll down butthurt alley, because the pain is real and the fear is real. And to say there's nothing to be afraid of, again, that's spiritual bypassing. But it's only when we're not in action that we have time to be afraid. Okay, if that makes sense. If you're doing your work, you don't have time to get gripped for too long, right? Because you got too much goodness to share, too much cool shit to create, or to, like, if you're a writer, make sure that you find something that helps you process and what do I want to say, digest the shit, okay? As opposed to avoid the shit, digest it. So like writing, art, creative exercises, doing some YouTube videos to no audience at all, but just sharing a voice helps you transform and helps us all transform and start channeling like whatever wisdom's coming through for spirit, whether you see yourself as a channel or not. We are all channels, okay? We are all channeling something. It's just a matter of what we're channeling. So we can channel the shitstorm or present a different option, right? Art, exactly. So spirit wanted me to ask you, and it's Archangel Azrael who's coming today, which is a really suspicious angel for our first day because Archangel Azrael is the angel of death. Okay, so I'm going to get into his teachings in a little bit. And today we're going to do a big transformational thingy at the end to get you started for the homework for today. And then we'll come back tomorrow for the next step in this converting our pain into power and converting our power into our purpose. Okay. And I want to say that no matter what level you're playing on, whether you're brand new to the spirit world or the angel world or listening to your inner guidance, there is categorically some deeper work. I wouldn't say work, some deeper play for us to engage in, a deeper devotion. And they are saying it's really about deepening into your devotion to spirit, your devotion to the heart, or your devotion for why you are here. And literally, that is the first question Archangel Azrael has said. You need to just ask this question, okay? So the question is, why are you here? Why are you here? I want you to really receive that question in your heart and let it sink in. Why are you here? Why are you here? Not just at this talk. Why are you on this planet? Why are you still here? What are you doing? Why are you here? To go deeper, okay? Let me know. Let me know in the chat room. Gnome says to be the light in the dark. Beautiful. What else? I want to hear from you guys. We need inspiration. Why are you here? Why are you here? And Jules says, I don't know. Okay. To be peace. Okay. To be peace, right? Not just to feel peaceful, but to be peace. That's a whole different thing, isn't it? What does that even mean, to be peace? Nick is saying to spread music and healing. Yes. Okay. Why? Why? Why are you here to be peace or to spread? Why? Why are you here, Joy, Jen, to inspire joy? Why? Okay. To bring joy. Why? Why? Why do you know that, first of all? Why do you know that's why you're here? And Rosalind says, because you had an interesting transformation, because you love Corinne. Oh, Rosalind, I love you. You're so sweet. Some kind of comfort in a world of pain, right, Glenn? Some kind of comfort in a world of pain. Now, just with these things that you're hearing, okay? Just with the ones I'm saying out loud, don't you find it peculiar that if we've all just received, just over the last 4 years, it has been a serious fuck show, right? A serious shit show. Yet, here you are saying things like to awaken humanity, to heal, to bring humor, to calm. What are the odds? You see what I'm saying? There's a whole segment of the population that's not what they're saying right now, okay? That's not even close to what they would say. But you guys happen to say all kinds of wisdom, right? To unite and combine the energies, right? Some of you know you're an alchemist. You're a portal for change. You don't know why. It's just always been that way. Some of you are getting more clear on your role as a psychopomp, a birther, someone who's birthing one consciousness to another, in other folks, in yourself, okay? But some of you know you have an unconscious impact on others that is undescribable, unexplainable. It just is. This urge, for no reason at all. Half of you, I bet 75% of you have come from serious abuse. Technically, you should be in jail. Serious drug addicts, or dead, but you're still alive. And not only are you alive, your heart is guiding something inside of you to make an impact. You know you're here, even if it's just you go to the store and you just smile at someone or you say nice things. Okay, so spirit is trying to kind of get you to see why you're here, because without this why, you can easily get knocked around by the storms. Okay, the external storms in life. And if you don't have this anchor point in understanding your why, it's so much easier to stay hopeless and disheartened. And that's not why you and I came here. You and I literally came here to show up in unique ways, probably that most people haven't seen. There's something unique inside of all of us that is constantly trying to, like a rose ever unfolding, express itself in new ways. Some of us get stuck in the first thing that works for us. Like our active service looks like this. And then when it's time for our soul to like expand even more and deepen into our medicine, we resist. We don't want to let go. We don't want to surrender. We don't want to listen to that new thing. And so this time period here, as we enter into what's looking like fall, summer, I think, no, fall, winter, looks like spring, more newness unfolds, okay? But for right now, we're going into query as to our why and deepening our why and anchoring into it and believing that why. Because again, spirit can only work through us if we let it, okay? So staying on the sidelines and clinging to old shit or old ways of being is not going to work. This includes finding community and getting supported through community and not feeling like you have to duke it out by yourself. That's so important, is surrounding yourself with good people who are just fucking reasonable, not fucking just I won't even say it, but good people who get you, who aren't trying to judge your ass, and who appreciate some level of diverse thought. And that's important too, for us to get diverse influences, because what happens when we don't get diverse influences is that we believe all kinds of propaganda and just get caught up into other people's rabbit holes. So diversity of thought, staying educated, those kinds of things are so important. Being around people that are smarter than you is a really good idea. Finding a group of people that you find somewhat intimidating because they're so smart. Okay, you never want to be the smartest one in the room, is what I'm saying. Find people and find communities that you admire that are up to some cool shit, that inspire you to know more, right? To learn more, to be bigger than what you thought you were. That might push you out of your comfort zone, out of your edges a little bit, who lift you up and not put you down, right? Who raise the boats of the sea, right? And not lower the freaking tide for everyone. So what are those communities for you? What does that even mean when I talk about that kind of community? Okay. So there's the sense of recommitting, okay? Recommitting to your work, or to your heart, or to that vibe that you're here to cultivate, that reason why you're here, okay? Are you really expressing that in your micro life? Are you really an expression of that why right now? And the query is how can you be more of that? How can you be more of, if you're a voice of freedom, or if you're someone to bring peace, how can you, first of all, establish that peace first inside of yourself, but bring more of it into your family's life, into your friends or your communities? How can you be even more of that? And again, this is partially to help distract you from just the shit show and get you engaged in a way that's actually productive for not just yourself, but for everyone, which is why I'm so happy to have this community, because I just engage right away. I'm just going to already have to dig into my best self to communicate with y'all. so I don't stay in my own mental, shit show. And we are at risk when we insulate ourselves with only our own thoughts. Um, so I'm saying, yeah, avoid isolation. Bring your medicine, whatever that is. If you don't know what your medicine is, it's in there. And continue to cultivate more devotion, I want to say, to the higher power and to the inner genius. The inner genius, that one that is instructing you always, that is our guiding place, our guiding piece. And it's hard if we're getting knocked around by life's currents. We can't afford to do that for too long, right? Um, for our own health and also for the health of those that are closest to us. Someone has to be able to break out of the prison, the emotional prison, and lead a new way. So how are you leading in a new way? Um, and what adjustments do you have to make? Do you have to learn more to trust your own voice, to learn how to anchor more deeply your relationship with spirit, right? Do you have to cultivate your spiritual gifts a little bit more to really serve up serious magic to the world, right? And that's one of the essential things I did, right? Because when I was just a therapist, I wasn't I wasn't rocking magic, right? I had to cultivate that relationship with spirit and learn to trust what was being asked of me, which was to let go of my traditional everything, let go of my pride, and start moving in directions that fulfilled my heart, that served in a different way, in a peculiar way, in a way that I didn't know anybody who was serving, talking about spirit and angels. If you can imagine, uh, you know, therapy as a therapist, I didn't know anybody who was fucking doing this. So faith comes not during the good times. Faith and trust show themselves for real. This is what separates the men from the boys, okay? Is when shit is hard, when it's terrorizing, who the fuck are you going to be? You know, you know, you could either keep pretending, gaslighting yourself that everything's all good, pretending like, just prayer is just going to get it all away, or you can just do something, right? Be more authentic than ever before, whatever that means. So sometimes we just think it's you're going to get it twisted because, oh no, things didn't work out the way I wanted them to. Well, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are any of us? It's not up to us. Azrael said, when you're looking at life through a wormhole view, how can you possibly see the full picture of what's going on? And how arrogant is it for any of us to think we have a lockdown on how the world is going to work? We don't have control over that. We only have control over our own part. But if you don't know your why or what your part is, you get trapped up into every motherfucker's whim, right? So they're encouraging all of us to find our roots again. Find your strength. It's rooted, and it's through spirit and your work with the angels and your devotion to the higher power, because there's certain times like now where it just seems too big for us to figure out how this shit is going to work, right? But it's not up to us. It's not your job. It's just your job to surrender. So today we're going to do some surrender work. Okay. We're really going to dig into this principle of what it even means to surrender. All right. But Archangel Azrael, spirit of death. Okay. I'm not going to mince words. In the new age communities, they like to make everything love. It's not love and light. Like I said, he's the spirit of death. Okay. How do you feel about that? A lot of people might have some problems with it. And if you have problems with it, stick around for the next couple of days, because he's got a lot of teaching around that. But the spirit of death isn't just the spirit of death, okay? The spirit of death also helps us, opens up a compassionate portal for death, but also helps the grieving, which I thought was interesting because he wanted me to talk to you about the stages of grief. Just a little mental health sidebar real fast for those of you who are in those stages so that you can own them and understand them as opposed to resist them. So the stages of grief, one of the stages is denial. Okay. So this can't fucking be. This cannot be how, whenever you've had setbacks in life, this can't be, that's my kitty. This can't be how life is really, is this really how my life, how it's really working out? The answer is yes. So at first, denial, totally normal, okay? Anger, rage. How many of you went through some anger, rage? Um, it's so wonderful. It's raining. It's like a little blessing for us. When I train with the indigenous, whenever it rains, when we're in ceremony, it's a blessing from heaven. It's a purification from heaven. So it's beginning for us all. I just kicked up as we're talking. So thank you, spirits. Okay. Bargaining is another one. Trying to make deals or with fate, you know, trying to bargain your way out of it, like, okay, if I just do this and that, and like, it just can't be, like, there's still kind of, it's still like denial. Okay. Depression is another one. So if you guys have been a little depressed over the last week or two, um for sure, uh totally normal, natural. Okay. And I'm naming these things so that you can embrace them. Embrace your rage. All right. Embrace the denial. All right. But see it for what it is. The depression, also totally normal. And then acceptance. Eventually, you can get to a stage of acceptance, not acceptance of I accept the results, but it's more like I accept what is today. I accept what is. I accept what happened. Okay, because I had to go through my own process. I think I went through a few days of just being mostly a mute. I just disconnected from everything. And really, my first words were this first email that I sent to everybody that started with something about, look, my siblings, right? It was this heartfelt message. Um, because we do need your voice. We need all of our voices. And we need healthy, rounded out voices that aren't spiritual bypassing, that aren't love and light, but also aren't doom and gloom, right? It's not for us to decide where things head. It's for us to do our part and to maintain a sane voice. So that's the regular 5 stages of grief. I added my own official stage right after COVID. So the 6th stage, this is undocumented, is batshit crazy. That's another option. Okay. So anger, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, and batshit crazy. Okay. And we're seeing that 6th expression in a lot of what's going on in the world. Okay. And that's an option. So we want to avoid the batshit crazy stage by accepting, being rageful appropriately, channeling this rage, sharing, talking about it. If you're having a lot of emotions and you don't have people to talk to, please find healthy people to talk to, people that can hold it for you. Get counseling, get support, or find healthy community that can help you process this rage. And so much, like I said, a lot of people are just feeling so hurt, really, so hurt by the results, and afraid of the mystery of what is to come, right? And Gail's attesting and affirming that batshit crazy is a stage of grief, because Gail, I'm hearing you went batshit crazy after your bro passed away. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know why batshit crazy isn't officially on that list. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you know, the psychological boards to make sure that they add that. Batshit crazy, it's real. And technically it's fun. I love being in my batshit crazy, okay? Um it's fun, all right? It doesn't last too long. But if you catch yourself in the batshit crazy stage, reach out to folk. Let them know you're hitting the batshit crazy and you need to like process and decompress, because this is all emotions we're storing in. And inside our bodies, totally not healthy, and will lead to batshit crazy if we don't process them. Those of us who were raised in houses where we weren't allowed to have big emotions, you weren't allowed to be rageful, you weren't allowed to cry. You had to just fucking pretend. You had to just gaslight yourself and everyone else that everything's okay. It's not okay. And when it's not okay, it's fine. We can own it. Um, And Troy saying, I accept that we're going through a process that includes the dark fighting with everything it can before the tide is turned and the light overcomes and heals and raises the planet in 2027. I like how you're putting a date on it. All right, Troy, 2027. But that's it. The disruptors, the dark. Let's talk about the dark real fast. That shit is real, okay? If you believe in angels, like no doy. All right, the opposite is true too. And you and I are channels, and we're navigating, channeling either of these energies. Both of those energies belong together, by the way. I'm not one to say the dark side is like, oh, so evil. It's not. It's a disruptor. It helps us transform. When was the last time you had an awesome transformation without something fucking hard happening? You know, without the challenges, where would we be? First of all, we'd be bored as fuck. And second of all, we would gain virtually zero wisdom. Your wisdom, our wisdom, collective wisdom comes from these collective scars that we're all enduring. But it's about, what are we going to teach our children? What are we going to leave behind? What's going to be our legacy later in life, right? No matter what stage you're at, we're legacy building. What's the message? Now that social media is such a thing, like, our voices might last for fucking ever, unfortunately. I can only think about my own voice. Let's hope that doesn't last forever. But while it lasts, what's your legacy? You got to dig into your why you're here. And if you don't know, like so many of you said, I don't know why I'm here. Good. That's your question. You can ask Archangel Azrael. Something else about what Azrael's saying now is that it's not just that he helps with the dead, he helps connect us to the other side. So that eternal part of our nature, really interestingly, he's saying he can help you like tune into your, almost like your soul, your own higher self, your soul. He's almost showing me this. I hate to say these words because people like, or, it's not like an egotistical thing. When I say your God presence, it's not like, oh, we're all gods in this body. I mean, technically, I totally believe we are. All right. That's just my own belief. This is my own business. I'm not trying to promote that on anyone else. Okay. You guys decide for yourself. But after all my explorations, as far as I can gather, there is this fucking incredible infinite wisdom, this eternal aspect of our consciousness that, when engaged, is fucking next level mind blowing. Okay. The wisdom that starts pouring out of you when you next level yourself and you're so just put up against the life's edge. For those of you who have done this and who have rocked your service and deepened into your service part, you've stretched yourself beyond your 9 to 5 and you started putting out some weird shit that was of service in a different way. You'll know that when you push yourself, and I train people, right, in my 6-month training, the Angel Alchemy Academy, and I push people to their edge sometimes with their comfortability and what's possible. Can they really channel the angels, and can they really do this healing work? And the answer is categorical yes. It's strange. I just had a bunch of them on my Facebook page. You can look through some of that if you're on Facebook, or on my YouTube channel. They did some channeling and readings for folks for the first time. A lot of them did. And all of them afterwards were like, why was that so natural? Why did that come way easier? And here's why. Because you guys already, we all know what the hell we're doing. We don't have to evolve to becoming what we already are. We just have to like get over ourselves, and just let the wisdom come true. Put ourselves in situations, like learn a thing or two about your intuition. Learn how to rock spirits power through you. Or whatever it is that you're called to do. So Azrael is saying he can connect you with the power. And again, he's kind of talking about this embrace of the darkness, which is, that's amazing. The death, the spirit of death is coming forward. In case you thought you had to love and light your way through life, you don't. Sometimes it's through embracing these darker tides, like the spirit of death, or like the portal of death itself, that gives us freedom, makes us less afraid, because the spirit of death is a compassionate spirit, like I said, and he's saying to work with him to help you to transform the darkness But by moving this darkness and embracing this portal or this spirit of death, it also, it's almost like it gets rid of it transforms some of this heavy shit, but at the same time, he's showing this radiance that is behind it. And so he's taking us probably into tomorrow's teaching as well, but he's showing me that today it's targeting this emotional, I want to call it a carcass, this emotional clunky thing. Right now he's showing it to me in your belly. Often it could be in the heart, but he's wanting you now to look at where in your body you might feel the collective ache and pain of this, what he's calling now growing pains, as humanity grows, and these growing pains, these stretches of like literally, what's it going to fucking take for us to get the goddamn message and to make some good smart choices? Might take a lot more than what we had hoped, guys. But while we're waiting, how can you use these growing pains, right? This is if you see it as a growing pain, and he's showing me right now our culture in its adolescence, very much so, now that I think about it, in our adolescence, where we are claiming our freedom and our power, but we're still so susceptible to other people's rabbit holes that they set for us. You have to find your autonomy. And he's saying through the portal of death, I know this is kind of grim, but it's not, because that's how we get to heaven. If you believe in heaven, we have to go through the portal of death, like no doy. Now that I think about it, it's so obvious. He's saying making peace with the dark, this is interesting, dark mother's womb. And how beautiful things are born in this. But he's saying you don't have to get trapped up in trying to make something that doesn't feel beautiful. That's not what it's about. It's just about accepting what is, and accepting that there is a gift inside of you, this great benevolent power that's trying to come through. Okay, enough with me yapping. God, I get so sick of my own voice sometimes. But, got to show up, do what we're here to do. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, show up all the way. No half-assing, guys. All right. So something he's saying quite literally to you. And I wish, Amber, how do I find those pictures? Amber, are you still here? I'm trying to find those pictures. Let's see where they are, Brand. Banners.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Like, I want to show hi Amber. I wanted to tell them before I show them some of these pictures that when I say devotion to the higher power, I'm not talking about just prayer, you guys. There is many new levels of what that even fucking means. I am even recently discovering more of what that even means, and how I can deepen into this practice, and how alive spirit is for us. So when we're about to get into this activation, and Azrael helping us chew on this shit together, when we get through that, I want you in your heart and in your mind already to prepare for a deeper communion with spirit that comes very much to life in your outside world. And he's really stressing, like, look to the heavens, like old school style, like look to the heavens and beg and plead, okay, for comfort, for peace, or whatever it is that you're here for. Beg for those things to arrive, and for your next set of instructions and your anchoring. And I want to show you what has started happening much more recently to me, on what happens when I'm in deep devotion and I say devotion, I mean it. Like, I'm crying outside because of love sometimes, or because of my worries, or because of whatever it is I'm going through. But I go outside and I devote myself, and I ask, like old school style, help me, show me. And I send so much love. And so I'll show you some of the things that have happened recently, to show you how real spirit is and how much they are descending to give you kisses, to give you blessings, in your journey and in your life, but I want you to actually be able to feel the presence. That's so important now. It's not just a belief system, okay? It's feeling the presence, seeing the presence, being witness to the signs and wonders as spirit communes with those of us who are bringing them in hardcore, okay? For others. Okay, so Amber, where are those pictures? Sorry.
That's okay. They're over in Brand. I can pop them on here for you.
You can. Okay. Let's see. Let's start with this smoochie. Okay, you guys see this? I had just, for the inner sanctum, I had just done an audio that Spirit was showing me they're going to bring you kisses from heaven. And there's these big giant lips coming down, and I saw them wrapping themselves around me and around all the inner sanctum is my, I give a weekly channeling and a weekly healing for folks. And I've done it for like 7 years, but this one was about this big smooch from heaven. So then that week I go up to my retreat property, Casa Condor, and what happens is this big smooch coming right down from heaven. It was this giant mouth, and it was clear as day and so beautiful. So how spirit, the signs and wonders, and what I'm saying are important to watch at this stage in your journey as you deepen your communion, to really see and witness these elements come to life even more and the bigness of them. So everybody take a deep breath with me already. And I want you to already to start welcoming more deeper signs of wonders, of communion, of miracles, in entirely new ways. You guys, I write books about this shit. I'm saying in so much more profound ways than ever is spirit descending to support us. Okay, what's the next one? Okay, you might be able to see this, but there's a big pink face facing straight down. I don't know if you can see like but you'll see like the pink stuff would be the giant face facing down, and then the rays around it is like a feathered, like almost like the sun rays, but in light. So sometimes the spirit will come during prayer when I'm coming, and I don't see it until I take pictures. I know that something's there. And then lately I've been seeing these giant faces just coming down to kiss the earth. And so this is like through prayers and through receiving the blessing and really knowing that the mighty is mightier than anything that you and I will ever be. That we are just tiny, insignificant worms, yet so aligned from the heart that Great Spirit comes and blesses us when we ask always. It's just a matter of you paying attention and receiving the blessing. And so when I'm in prayer, I often start crying because I feel, what do I want to say, overtaken by a spirit, overtaken by something that's sweet and beautiful and full of love and compassion. And that's exactly what we need, is more love and compassion at times like this for ourselves and, as best we can for each other, right? Okay, what's the next one? And all of these, by the way, happened in the West. And the West is where Azrael stands. The West is the spirit of death, the sun going to sunset. So these pictures, some of them were taken during sunset. And you might see, maybe not, some people can see it. There's a little face. There's a couple of faces, actually, if you look, more of the holy ones coming to breathe their life. I like to see it as breathing their breath, the spirit of God into the world. And to me, it's like bringing spiritual food. So there's other food besides oxygen that they're gifting to us, but you have to make space in your heart and in your stomach. It's almost like there's a second stomach for us to be able to digest this other medicine to sustain us, to bring resilience. Again, a lot of this is Azrael talking right now, just so you know. It's like a different channel coming through. So he's, because it's nothing I have really said before. I just want you to know it's like a second stomach. There's another food waiting for you to digest if you're willing. Okay. But again, we have to surrender our mini problems and the problems that we see in the world. We know that they're there. Surrender that to a higher power so that you can get the other sustenance. Okay, Amber, next. Sorry, this is going on a little longer than I thought, but okay, there's another face there. It's interesting, the same shape. It's this kind of like big ass face, and you can see like the the rays of light around the actual face structure. If you can see the face, let me know if you can see it or if you can't. Who can actually see these faces? Is it just me? Probably. Maybe am I batshit crazy, you guys? It's okay if I am. I hope I am. I'd rather be batshit crazy than sane in a crazy world. All right. And I'm not seeing, how do I find people's comments? I can't quite see them. Amber, do you know how to, again, or can I not see them when I have a picture up?
Oh yeah, if you go over to your right-hand side, you should see where it says comments, and if you click
Oh,
on
there they
that,
are.
yeah.
Okay, you guys see them? Aren't they wonderful? Look at the sweet blessings, you guys. I'm just saying, aren't they amazing? And so pay attention, y'all, because we're not alone. I keep on saying this over and over again, but it is manifesting real time, like all the time. I don't know if it's just me. It could be, but probably not, because if y'all are here, we're all connected to the same soul stream here. So if it's happening for me, we just have to open up the reality of that and see that these great, massive, benevolent beings are with us. Okay. And so this was a very magical morning. This is all at my retreat center in Shasta. But this used to be Apu Shasta, the mountain Shasta, that decided to wear its best hovercraft uniform. So it's looking like this, what looks like a flying saucer taken off. But if you can tell, that is a very suspicious sunrise, very suspicious. And it was full of just the most, I can't even describe the vibes, full of numinous just goodness. So outdoors, you guys, is what I'm saying. If you want peace, if you want a real presence, invite it in through your devotion to the higher beings, and you can do that just really getting so freaking just take it old school, like I'm saying. Look to the heavens, guys, because there's some cool shit happening up there when we're paying attention. But that's how all the greats did it, all the greats like Jesus, all right, the Buddha. That's how they freaking did it. Okay, they didn't find the presence in a book. They found the presence through the great spirit, through the power of nature, and for their willingness to look past the illusion and to let go of the traditions that they were raised in. Um, the real bounty, you guys, is in this portal of pain. The power comes from. How else are we going to deepen into our medicine and anchor into our relationship? Again, without this pain. You see what I'm saying? It's the only reason why I knew how to pray. I learned because I was, it's die or nothing. So we're in one of those moments again where it's such a blessing and a bounty. The bounty is real, you guys, is all I'm saying. You can feel it all just running all up and down me. So that is, thank you, Archangel Azrael. And thank you, great spirits, for gifting us these beautiful pictures of spirit coming to kiss us and bless us. So everybody take a deep breath with me, okay? And I want you with great big hearts, okay? As if your heart just expanded and your heart itself has hands like this wrapped around it. And what you're going to do with those hands is you're going to fucking open up that chest, open up that heart to the higher power. Okay. Because when you do that, they're saying you don't have to be fucking smart. You don't have to know what the hell to do. You don't have to micromanage the future. Just be in the now, open your heart, raise yourself up to the sky, to the cosmic beings, and to the great spirit and spirits that guide us all in 360 directions around us. And I'm going to light this up. It's not a blunt, unfortunately. It's sacred tobacco, and sacred tobacco helps open up the portals. It's also what any indigenous culture that had access to tobacco brought peace. Okay, the peace pipe brought peace. It opens up your heart and it helps add protection to your heart, which is what we need. So to all my siblings suffering, we're going to send the great spirit of tobacco and the great spirit and all the powers that be, Archangel Azrael, to come and help us right now. So everybody take a deep breath. Surrender your hearts to the higher power. to your angels, to your highest ancestors, the empowered humans that brought you this body so that you could rock your life. You are all here from a series of miracles already that brought you into this body. It's a series of miracles. And your people had so many miracles along the way to make you happen. So let's not fucking waste it with all the tomfoolery. Let's embrace the Great Spirit and let the Great Spirit like use us as a flute to play its beautiful song through us. So, Great Spirit, God, to all of our wonderful allies, to the allies of nature and to the great animals who come to us with your messages, to our angels, our ancestors, I ask you, and you guys say this out loud, I ask you to help me surrender my pain now, to surrender my confusion, to surrender my hostility, my fear, my worry. I surrender it to you, great power. I ask the angels and all benevolent beings to hear my call in exchange for peace, for love, for clarity, for power, for resilience, for inspiration. And Great Spirit, Archangel Azrael, we ask that you help us be a creative force in the world. And we ask that you instruct us how to execute, not just our own will, but the divine will. And Archangel Azrael, everybody take a deep breath as the angels come. They're offloading. I see them coming in to offload all kinds of energetic shit from like your house and from your city and from the world. And they're taking it many layers up the atmosphere, actually. And I'm seeing new holes open up of illumination. So they're cleaning up this atmosphere because we're from all over the world. So thanks, guys, for coming. So Spirit can use your call, your prayers as a way to open up the ethers again, to unblock what was hidden and to receive the good medicine, they're saying, the great medicine of the benevolent spirit of compassion. They're also saying that you did die. I hate to leave it there. That's all I'm hearing so far, that you did die. Hold on, let me just see what else he says. For those of you feeling the grip in your heart, in your belly, in your life, for feeling like death has come, he's saying it has. For many, it has come. He's saying a part of your heart sliced off, dead, okay? For those of you who are struggling, he's saying let that peace die. Unlock the grip of your expectations, he's saying, of how your life should be or what your life should look like or what your society should look like. It's none of your business. None of your business. He's saying the adolescent has to die in order for the wise one, the more mature aspect of your soul's essence, the light, to really come through. So no clinging to what was, and saying yes to whatever part of your life that's kicking off or that's starting anew, getting refreshed right now. He's saying, say yes to that. Stay focused on that. Not without worry or concern or fear. He's also talking about your financial needs and any concerns you have around safety, security. He's saying there's a second set of hands in your heart he wants you to open now. And send your love and your willingness to receive abundance in whole, entirely new levels. He's saying the wealth that you seek is not the one that you're thinking of. He's saying that your grip on I need more this and that, and oh no, it's a wrong wealth right now. There's a deeper wealth that's more I don't know, more sustaining, I guess is the word. Thank you, Azrael. Everybody take a few breaths. Give it all up, guys. Let go of the suffering, whatever it is you're gripped about. Receive the blessing, the love, the power, and the resilience that they're giving to you now. And we'd like to teach your body on what it feels like to receive this shit on whole new levels for today. And then tomorrow we'll come back for a deepening of this medicine. So everybody take a breath. I'd like to say yes aloud if we can teach your body and your heart to receive these blessings and the strength at a whole new level to help sustain you in this new part of the heart. He said, yes, part of you did slice off and die, but he's showing there's these new literal spirits that are coming into your framework that will, in a way, be housed inside of you, almost like new powerful spirits, like new angels almost, that are going to come and start, in a way, help you command life a little better, command your space a little better, your heart, your boundaries, your peace, your freedom. So this part of your heart had to die in order to make space for this new aspect of soul and spirits to come and animate you in a good way, okay? He's showing that this is a principle of all of our people back in the day, where people realized they were mostly housing spirits, and it's just about what kind of spirits you're housing inside of you that makes the being changer. All right. So that was weird. Thank you. Thank you, Archangel Azrael. We're so grateful. And may you guys, my siblings, you're so blessed, okay? I already told you, you already got here writing on the back of so many miracles. What are the odds? Okay, more miracles to come. Watch for the signs and wonders out in the sky. And one more thing. Let me just make sure, because there are some. Okay, watch for the signs and wonders now. Go outside. Take some pictures. Notice if there's animals coming around you. Receive the messages, okay? Receive the messages. Write them down if you have new inspirations, okay? You have new inspirations. Listen for new inspiration, new guidance. Recommit to your devotion today, okay? That means stay in prayer as often as possible. Keep looking to the sky. Give your shit up to a higher power. An act of reverence, okay? Of mind-blowing reverence. Thank you for this life. I don't know who I am or where I'm going. It doesn't matter, because I got you, okay? That kind of stuff. Recommit to that devotion wholeheartedly today, and then tomorrow, and then the next day. We'll keep deepening our work. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me so long, and we'll see you tomorrow, okay? Same time, a whole other weird, awesome teaching, and who knows what else will come through for us tomorrow. Hopefully you could feel that. Anybody feel the shift, by the way? Let me know. Could you feel something? Feel a change? Let me know in the chat room. Oh, thank you. And Lissy Gnome, thank you. A beautiful heart section that has died. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm glad that was okay with you, Gnome. Sorry, guys. Yes, you did die. My bad. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for our journey together. Yeah, me too. I'm glad for you guys. I'm so happy to have you guys in our camp. Okay. We need each other. Okay. The world, your families need us. Our communities need us. So stay grounded, stay honest, and don't push too hard. Okay. Just be where you are and keep asking for surrender. Okay. Teach me a new way to surrender. And then tomorrow we'll get to the next step. Today's surrender. Love y'all.